Hey, how's it going, Edwin? My name is Byron. I spoke to you over the phone just a few moments ago about sending this video over. I work with companies throughout the United States. I help companies improve their online presence, and it's the reason why I decided to reach out to you. I wanted to give you some tips and tricks, some things you can do to improve your online presence. As you know, having an online presence in 2023, it's very important for a business. In fact, it's very critical because we're in a digital age now. What I mean by digital age is that most businesses are promoting and advertising themselves on the internet. So, with that being said, let me show you a few different ways that you can take advantage of this moment in time and improve your company's online presence. So when your future customers are looking for turf installation services within the greater Houston area, chances are they're going to come into Google and they're going to use certain keywords or key phrases in order to find your service. In your situation, they're going to use this particular key phrase, which is artificial turf installation. They're going to hit search. And the first thing that most people tend to see when the page opens up is something called the Google Ads section. This right here is called the Google Ads section. And believe it or not, a lot of businesses, and I mean a lot of businesses, are coming into Google now and they're paying to have these ads put up here. The beauty of this section is that the only time you'll ever be charged for running ads is when someone clicks on this link right here, which is also called a headline. If no one clicks on this link or headline, then this company will not be charged for running ads. Right below the ad section is called the Google Maps section. Right below the Google Maps section is called the organic or SEO section. And these are the three main ways that most businesses are bringing in customers now. The whole goal is to see how do we get you into one of these top couple of ad spots. Once again, the whole goal is to see how do we get you into one of these top couple of ad spots. And we can make that happen by providing you with a really good landing page that will convert traffic into phone calls, form submissions, or a combination of the two. Once again, we can make that happen by providing you with a really good landing page that will convert traffic into phone calls, form submissions, or a combination of the two. There are a few different tools we tend to like to use in order to make this whole process happen. The first tool I want to show you is one called Google Keyword Planner, right? Google Keyword Planner is where we go to see how much volume a certain keyword is generating per month. Another cool thing about Google Keyword Planner is that it allows us to see what other certain keyword or key phrase or potential customers using in Google when they're trying to find turf installation companies. So as you can see, these are thousands upon thousands of key phrases and keywords that potential customers are searching for when they're trying to find turf installation companies. But for right now, I want to focus in on this particular key phrase, which is artificial turf installation. So artificial turf installation in the greater Houston area. I say greater Houston area because I'm also targeting the outside cities surrounding Houston, such as Spring, Katy, Sugar Land, Cypress, Pearland, Pasadena, and so on. But like I was saying, artificial turf installation in the greater Houston area is generating between 100 to 1,000 searches per month. What that means is about 100 to 1,000 people are going into Google every month and they're putting this certain key phrase into Google in order to find a turf installation company. And the cost per click is about $5.27. What that cost per click typically means is that whenever someone puts this particular key phrase into Google and they come across an ad and they click on that ad, then the company who's running that ad will be charged exactly $5.27 each time it's clicked on. To give you a better example, I've kind of already done it for you. I put this particular key phrase into Google before the video started. I hit search and I came across these ads. Say if I click on one of these ads, then whenever I click on one of these ads, they'll be charged exactly $5.27 because this is a key phrase that these ads are popping up under. Keep in mind that a decent conversion rate for paid ads is about 10%. Once again, keep in mind that a decent conversion rate for paid ads is about 10%. What that means is about 10% of the people that click on your ads are giving you a phone call or they're filling out forms on your landing page. So if you were to run an ad for artificial turf installation and you had a 10% conversion rate, you'll be paying about $52.70 just to land that artificial turf installation job, which is pretty lucrative, I might add, because as you would know, an artificial turf installation job will bring you in a couple thousands of dollars in revenue. And just by paying $52.70, it sounds like a pretty good deal to me, right? Another particular tool I like to use is called SpyFu. And what SpyFu does is it allows us to see our opponent's stats, right? The only thing you really have to do is put your competition's URL in, right? You hit search, and what that does is it allows us to spy on our competition, and it allows us to see our opponent's stats, like I previously said. Video's taking a moment to load. Stats is taking a moment to load. So as you can see, Houston Fade Grass is paying for 10 keywords per month. They're getting 18 clicks on their ad per month, which means about 18 times their ad is being clicked on a monthly basis. and their ad budget isn't showing at the moment, but it should say, I believe, $56.80, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see if I can load the page up once again. I have to pause the video. The area that I'm in, the connection is dropping pretty bad. So, like I was saying, uh, your competition is paying for 10 keywords per month, right? Or 10 phrases per month. They're getting 18 clicks on their ad per month, which means about 18 times their ad is being clicked on a monthly basis. And they're paying about $50.60 in ad budget, which means that this is the exact amount of money they're paying just for these ads to be run on Google. This number should be way higher, actually, too, because the higher this number is, it means the more potential key phrases you've bought, and the more key phrases you buy, chances are the more clicks you get, right? Another cool thing about this tool is that it allows us to see what other turf companies within the greater Houston area who's also running ads. So these are some of the other turf companies within the greater Houston area who's also running ads. So these are some of your competitors. And probably the best and final thing I want to talk about this tool is that it allows us to see our opponent's Google ad history. So these are all the ads Houston Fake Grads have run over the course of time. And what you can do is, if you decide to run an ad campaign, is you can come in here and take some of the things that your opponent has done well and add them to your ad campaign. And you can also take some of the things that they've done wrong and add them to your ad campaign, but in a different way. You can learn from their mistakes, right? And I'm going to show you how to successfully see if an ad campaign is benefiting a potential company, right? I'm going to show you how to successfully identify a pretty good ad campaign. And by doing that, Google has a quality score, right? And this quality score is broken down into three metrics. And this quality score will make or break your ad campaign. The first metric I want to talk to you about is called ad relevance. And what ad relevance typically means is how often is whatever someone's searching in here matches your headline. This right here is called a headline. So you see how this says artificial grass installation? It should say artificial turf installation. If these two things don't match, then Google deducts points from your ad. And when it deducts points from your ad won't show up most of the time. And when your ad's not showing up most of the time, you're not going to be getting any clicks on your ad, right? So you want to make sure that your ad relevance is up to date. It's sort of a matching game. Make sure that these two things are matching. The second thing I want to talk to you about, or the second thing that will make or break your ad campaign, is something called click-through rate. And what click-through rate typically means is how often is someone clicking on your ad than they are your competition. And in order for someone to click on your ad more than they are your competition, you must have something called silent extensions. These right here are called silent extensions. And you want to use silent extensions to basically describe as much information as possible about your company. So what type of services do you provide? Do you do putting greens? Do you do sod installations, synthetic grass installations, and so on? If so, you want to use silent extensions to tell the customers that. You also want to use silent extensions to basically give the customers your location of work. What particular cities do you serve in outside of Houston? Do you serve in the Cypress area? Do you serve in the Sugarland, Pasadena, Pearland area? Do you serve in the Humble area? You want to use silent extensions to basically describe your locations of work. You also want to use silent extensions in case you have multiple phone numbers or multiple offices around the greater Houston area. You want to come in here and use silent extensions to describe where customers can contact you. So you basically want to use silent extensions to give customers your day-to-day operations and how your business works. The last and final thing that will make or break your ad campaign is something called a landing page. This right here is an example of a landing page that we typically use for clients. It's not the actual landing page, but it's something close to it. And the reason why we use this landing page is because, number one, it converts really well. And number two, it's high quality. But to focus back in on number one, I said it converts really well. And what I mean by that is that we've generated a decent amount of revenue just from running this landing page, because this landing page has several things going right in our favor. Number one, we have multiple calls of action. What I mean by calls of action, you see this phone number right here. You see this get quote form where potential customers can fill out right here. You see another phone number right here, and you see another get quote form right here. So that's about 4 calls of action. What I mean by calls of action is we've given the customers 4 different ways where they can contact us. And Google likes this. Google likes this because immediately when someone comes to your landing page and they see multiple ways to contact you, they're going to contact you. And when they contact you, they're going to inquire about your service. And when they inquire about your service, you're going to be, bringing that customer in, doing a service for them. You're going to be generating revenue. Not only are you going to be generating revenue, but also Google, because you're running this ad campaign on their platform. So Google loves for your landing page to have multiple calls of actions on them. The second thing that Google likes for landing pages to have on them is something called organic key phrases or organic keywords. And turf, sod, and lawn care specialist, these are all forms of organic keywords or organic key phrases. And what I mean by that is organic key phrases are keywords which is basically potential words or key phrases that people use in Google when they're trying to find a certain service. So your potential customers will use the word turf, sod, and lawn care specialist. So you want to make sure that you have these particular key phrases or keywords on your landing page, because chances are if these keywords are matching what someone's searching in Google, your landing page or ad will show up most of the time. And when your ad shows up most of the time, you're going to be bringing in customers. And when you bring in customers, you're going to be bringing in revenue, right? The last and final thing that Google likes for landing pages to have is something called mobile responsiveness, right? And what mobile responsiveness means, it means how often is your landing page working on mobile devices? Is it working on iPhones? Is it working on Androids? Is it working on tablets? Is it working on iPads? Is it working on laptops and so? Is it working on laptops? Excuse me, and so on. If so, your ad will show up a lot of the times. If not, your ad will not show up a lot of the times. Also, Google wants for landing pages to be working pretty fast on mobile devices. So they want your landing page to load up really fast and really well on mobile devices, because no one's going to sit there and wait all day for your landing page to open up, right? They're just going to exit your ad or exit your landing page and click on your opponent ad. And when they click on your opponent ad, they're going to be filling out forms on your opponent's landing page, and they're going to be calling your opponent's phone number. So make sure that your landing page is mobile responsive, make sure that it's up to date, and make sure that it's loading up pretty fast on mobile devices. Now that I showed you how a successful Google ad campaign works, I showed you how you must have something called ad relevance. I showed you how you have to have click-through rate, and I showed you how you have to have a successful a landing page that has multiple calls of action, that has keywords or key phrases, and how it should be mobile responsive. If this is something that you're interested in, you can give me a call at 832-388-7490. Once again, my name is Byron. I would love to talk to you. I would love to talk to you and sit down and have a conversation about setting this whole operation up. Nice speaking to you, Edwin. Have a great day.